Celtic could be about to add some more firepower up front as Brendan Rodgers is still looking to replace Kyogo. Furuhashi, welcome back guys to Fog Football, and Celtic have been linked with two new strikers, and Brendan Rodgers has come out and he's spoken about the key players that Celtic have lost and his desire to replace them ahead of the brand new season. So obviously Kyogo left Celtic last year. Dyson Maeda did play through the middle and he done an amazing job. However, I still believe that Maeda's best position is out wide, and with Jota injured up until December, I believe that's where Maeda is going to play. Then that leaves Adam Adea, who simply is not good enough. It is what it is. He's not a £9.5 million player. Celtic certainly need to replace him. They need to get more options up front, and it looks like they could be about to do it, as the Scottish Sun is reporting that Celtic are closing in on two new strikers. One has just recently been linked with the club over the last 24 hours. The other has been linked with Celtic for quite a while now. But we'll start with the first link, the fresh link, the under-21 Italian cap striker, Giuseppe Ambrosino, who currently plays for Napoli. He is being linked to Celtic on a loan move. They reckon that Celtic could be bringing in the Italian for the upcoming 2025-2026 season. Sky Sports are reporting that Celtic have already inquired about the loan option for Giuseppe Ambrosino, and he's already spent the last 3 seasons of his career out on loan to 4 different clubs, so it wouldn't be surprising to see him go out on loan again. And however, a quick look here at Ambrosino's stats. He spent the 2022-2023 season out on loan at Como. He made 4 appearances, scoring 1 goal. Then in 2023, he made 15 appearances on loan for Cittadella, scoring 1 goal. Not a great return there, 1 goal in 15, very poor. 2023-2024, he was on loan at Catanzaro, where he made 28 appearances, scoring 3 goals. I mean, slightly better than the 1 in 15, but still not great. And then in his last loan move last season, the 2024-2025 season, he was out on loan at Frosinone, and he made 36 appearances, scoring 5 goals, which again, I mean, it's not great. It's, what, 1 goal in every 7 almost? It's not amazing, but it is better than what he'd done the past 2 previous seasons. And his international career, he's played for Italy at the under-19s, under-20s and under-21s. He's got some goals, and yeah, so I mean, like, he's obviously not the finished article. He's not ready for Napoli, but that doesn't mean that he could not be ready for Celtic. He's currently 21 years old. He's 6'1". If Celtic do bring him in, is it simply going to be a loan deal, or could it be possibly a loan to buy? Maybe that would be a bit more likely. But who is the other player that Celtic are interested in bringing in? Well, it's Japanese attacker SHIN YAMADA, and this is definitely a move that I could see happening. Obviously, Celtic have that Japanese connection. They brought in Inamura already this season. Previously, they've done pretty well. Yeah, albeit not every Japanese player they've brought in over the past 4 seasons has been successful, but most of them have been pretty good, if not really good. Look at Maeda, look at Kyogo, look at Hatate. You know, those three alone have proven that it's been worth Celtic going to that Asian market, that Japanese market. But what has Shin Yarama been doing in his career as of late? Well, not a lot. And his stats are a bit strange. So he's currently 25 years old. He's 5'9", albeit, alright, not a massive striker. He's had 1 cap for Japan. So that's not great. I mean, that's a little bit poor. Now, he plays for Kawasaki Frontale. Now, in the 2022 season, he made 1 appearance, no goals. 2023, he made 40 appearances and 6 goals, which is not great for a striker. But in 2024, he made 51 appearances and scored 21 goals. That's an amazing return. That's fantastic. And then 2025, he made 27 appearances but only scored 5 goals. So, alright, let's not count 2022 because he only made 1 appearance. But in the past 3 seasons, he has had let's be honest, two pretty mediocre seasons and then a fantastic season. So, and it's not like it was two mediocre seasons followed by a fantastic season. It was a mediocre season, then a fantastic season, then a mediocre one. So, a bit strange. Was he just hitting some form in 2024? I mean, that we don't know, but he was a goal-scoring machine that season. Like I said, 51 appearances in all competitions, 21 goals. But even if you just look at it from the J1 League, he made 38 appearances for Kasaki Frontel and he scored 19 goals. So he was averaging a goal every 2 games exactly in the league. And the J1 League is a pretty decent standard. So to be averaging that, and that's not a top team in Japan, you know, they're not one of the better teams. So if he was playing for a top team in Japan, just logically, you would probably think that he'd be banging in more goals, because that's kind of how it works. So, yeah, this guy seems to be decent. 1.5 million it's going to cost Celtic to bring him in. Will he be brought in? That remains to be seen. But ahead of Celtic's friendly against Cork, Brendan Rodgers was speaking about the squad. He was speaking about players that have left, and he was talking about wanting to improve his team ahead of the season. So this is what he had to say ahead of the game against Cork. He said, quote, "We lost some really important players. Kyogo went and then Nicholas is possibly leaving. We know we need to improve and I'm pretty sure we will over the summer." End of quote. So in regards to Kuhn, I believe he's gone, or else Rodgers would not have mentioned that. Why would he mention he thinks that Kuhn's possibly going to go? The fact he's brought up Kuhn leaving to me tells you that Kuhn is 100% going to go. And it's also possible that Irish striker Johnny Kenny could leave on loan too. But Rodgers wants him to sign an extension. This is what Rodgers said. He said, quote, "I spoke to Johnny this morning about his plan. We'd really like him to sign another deal with Celtic and decide on what's going to be best for his development, whether it's to stay or if he needs another step to go out." End of quote. So Rodgers saying that he may need to go out on loan in order to improve and to develop more as a player. Is that Rodgers' way of saying that he doesn't expect Johnny Kenny to get that much game time this season? I think so. If Rodgers was expecting Kenny to be a big part of Celtic's upcoming season, I don't think he'd feel the need to try and get him to go out on loan or even talk about the going out on loan possibility. If he thought Kenny was going to have a lot of game time, then he'd probably want to use him and for him to develop at the club. But the fact that Rodgers is bringing that up tells me that Kenny is not going to be a big part of his plans for the upcoming season. But who knows? I mean, if Celtic started the season right now, Kenny would need to be part of their plans just due to a lack of options there up front. But the season doesn't start now. There's still quite a while to go. And I do believe that we'll see Celtic bring in numerous players. And like I said, striker Yamada seems to be the one that is most likely to come in. And it is expected that a deal will be concluded within the next week. And that's exactly what we were told about Inamura, and we've seen how that went down. He arrives. So could it be the case that we see Yamada arrive at Celtic Park later this week, or maybe even at the start of next week? That could be at 1.5 million. If he's anywhere near as good as Kyogo, that would be an amazing deal, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway guys, that's it. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Fog Football. We'll catch you in the next one, and until then, peace.